Autonomy reminds me that clients have the right to make their own decisions, even if those decisions conflict with my personal or spiritual convictions. I do naturally see the world through a biblical lens, and verses like Micah 6:8 affect my understanding of compassion and justice. But humility is essential here. Humility does acknowledge that my responsibility is to guide clients towards my worldview, but not to assist them in discovering their own. Mitchell 2023 explains the need for keeping space for clients' values while not combining them with our own. That concepts help me perceive autonomy not as a norm but as a sign of respect. Beneficence, doing good, and non maleficence is avoiding damage are principles that I do constantly consider. Kim and Kim 2023 found that counselors commonly face spiritual or personal growth because of the counseling relationship. However, their growth occurs only when counselors stay open, thoughtful, and aware of their own reactions. That resonated with me because it reminded me that my emotional responses might influence the therapeutic environment, even if it is unintentional. In practicing beneficence, I do try to be conscious of how my views may impede my ability to completely help a client. And then in practicing non maleficence, I must be willing to step back, counsel, and refer as needed. The harness paradigm emphasizes identity and consultation as critical stages when values conflict. I see this as a direct expression of both beneficence and non maleficence. Justice is the most important ideal for me, individually and spiritually. Scripture insists believers seek justice, and the counseling profession encourages us to advocate for equitable access, fair treatment, and culturally relevant care. Loosemore 2021 discussed how a spiritual formation and mentoring can help a counselor integrate faith ethically and professionally. And that reminded me that justice is more than just activism, but it also includes accountability. Justice is being aware of institutional obstacles and recognizing cultural settings, also ensuring that my worldview does not dominate the lived experiences of the clients that I serve. It also means being willing to question my assumptions and keep learning. Fidelity refers to trustworthiness and commitment to the counseling relationship. This principle encourages me to consider whether my beliefs cause internal conflict that may affect my consistency or presence with a client. Kim and Kim's 2023 study found that counselors' spiritual experiences can deepen their empathy and attunement, but only if they are processed reflectively rather than imposed on the client. Fidelity involves fully supporting the client as a consistent, dependable partner in their healing process. Veracity is a principle that requires me to be honest with myself as well as my clients. The harness model emphasizes transparency when appropriate, particularly when a counselor's values may influence the therapeutic process. That would not imply disclosing my beliefs, but being honest about my limitations, seeking supervision, and admitting when I require assistance. Veracity also entails being honest about the work I still need to complete. This course has shown me that I still have areas where my beliefs could cause conflict, particularly on topics that challenge my worldview, but instead of seeing that as a barrier, I'm learning to see it as an invitation to grow. This course so far has taught me that ethical practice is not about suppressing my beliefs, it's about being aware of them, questioning them, and ensuring that they never overshadow the client's needs. The harness model provided me with a particular roadmap for navigating value conflicts, and the research by Kim and Kim 2023 and Loosemore 2021 reminded me that counselors are consistently shaped by the work that they do. As I progress in my training, my commitment is to remain reflective, humble, and committed to the ethical principles that promote and protect clients and honor the counseling profession. While my faith is a part of who I am, it is my ethical responsibility to guide the therapeutic journey based on my client's beliefs rather than my own.